Good morning. I'm Staff Sergeant Chittenden from the 635th Bear Base Material Squadron, and this is Mr. Bassa from the 49th Water Fuel Systems Maintenance Shop. This morning I want to ask Mr. Bassa a couple questions about fuel systems maintenance. How you doing this morning, Mr. Bassa?
Pretty good.
How long have you been a fuel systems manager?
I've been a fuel systems maintainer for the last 22 years.
Oh wow.
Yes.
What are some of the challenges that you faced in that position?
Nowadays, if you talk about the merge or after the merge, my number one challenge at the moment is training the airmen.
Training the airmen?
Yes, because you know how all the brand new airmen come from tech school, whenever get the station to their bases, they start from the water side of the house, and if they don't have an LFM or they don't have a program to be on the LFM side, and then they're mainly doing plumbing. And now when you turn them over to the fuel side of the house, then everybody's lack training, and they need more training to maintain the fuel system. So I think that is the number one issues to begin with maintaining your fuel system. Not enough personnel to work on them.
Not enough personnel.
Yes, or you have personnel but they don't have training. So how are you gonna work on something if they don't know how to fix
How
it?
to work on it.
Yeah. So
Yes, sir.
yeah, that's I think is the number one for me.
I've noticed at numerous shops that training and continuity are a huge thing.
It is actually, it's not just numerous, it's throughout the Air Force pretty much. In order for you to be able to function continuously, not to mention the deployments and all that stuff, you gotta have somebody fully trained and capable how to maintain your fuel system.
Yes, sir. What advice would you give to somebody that's new to your position?
New to my position, well, if they are coming from a different base, I'll say go to the systems, check them out, figure them out, learn how the system works first, and then after that ask questions to the people that are already there, and maybe operators, some of the maintainers, and ask questions about it. Ask the operator how to utilize the system, and then if they know how to use it, that means they can explain to you how the process is. And then if you know the process and then you've been exposed to it, you can kind of identify, hey, this is how this works, okay? Normal function or normal op. And then if they call you for maintenance, then hey, look man, this is not functioning, so meaning it's the differentiation between how it's working normally, and then now you have something that you have to figure out what's going on. And then just go from there. I mean, if you know what you're doing pretty much, then you can go ahead and maintain it. If not, ask questions or ask somebody that knows how to maintain it, and pretty much go from there. But if you're experienced, you're seasoned, you probably know what to do.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
What are the various types of fuel systems you've worked on?
I kind of grew up on Type 3 system. If you guys go to tech school, they start you from Type 1, Modified, Type 2. I mean, I learned them on the CDCs, but never worked on them. Type 3, I grew up on that one. Type 4, I kind of worked on that one when I was stationed in Korea. And then, of course, Type 5, which, not on the CDCs, but it's kind of like a Type 3, but it's modified, or a Type 4 that is modified to kind of fit whatever mission or aircraft they have in that specific location. So, yeah, those are the systems that I work on, at least the support sorties. And then, of course, you got ground products, like your small gas station, satellite gas stations, and then, storage, that's standard. And then your transfer systems, pipeline from here to there, anything in between. It's pretty much basic maintenance.
Okay. Is there any other questions or comments you'd like to make about fuel systems?
Okay, well, I do. Like I said, whenever you guys have the opportunity to get trained, specifically on the fuel system, You guys can always utilize, if there is a program, um, Google, find some training that you guys can do. I mean, I know Shepherd have a lot of training programs for the fuel side of the house. That's, we're talking about like on a professional training. Now, if let's say for example you're just talking at your base, um, if you have an elephant person, get with them. Um, ask questions, especially like I said, if you're not exposed to it, or even if you went to tech school, if you don't use it, you lose it. You know.
Sure.
So yeah, utilize that. Now, if you have a person that is really knowledgeable about the whole thing, man, tap their head, get with them, sit with them, ask him to take you out there and show him how the system works for you, and definitely will help you out in the long run. So
Yes, sir.
yeah, those are the majority of things that I can tell you about. And then, like I said, just absorb the information, learn from it, and just do the work.
Yes.
All right.
Appreciate it, sir.
No problem, man.
You have a good day.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. You're welcome.